Every week, there are community meetings going on all over the Gulf region. Meetings that talk about how to help businesses that have been hurt, what communities can do to get through it all, status update, and there's more. On July 27th, there was a meeting in Moss Point, Mississippi, directed specifically at the children. The Moss Point Parks and Recreation Department was there. So was the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality. The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources was there too, and there were more. And they brought their booth displays, set them up, and showed them what they were doing and what they had to offer. BP was there too to explain to the kids what was happening in their waters and on their beaches. BP's presentation finished up with the kids asking the grown-ups what was going on.
How many animals have been saved?
As of today, we have 69 birds that have been rehabilitated and released back to the wild. And we additionally have 82 that are currently being rehabilitated in our facilities.
Where can we fish?
You can go fish today.
How did the oil get in the sand?
The oil gets in the sand because it's been out in the Gulf of Mexico and the waves bring it in.
Are the turtles okay?
Oh, are the turtles okay?
When it was all over, the kids were given some donated school supplies, had some hot dogs and drinks, and then they departed. Well, that's the story, but the story behind the story is the group that set this presentation up, the Moss Point Visionary Circle. I spoke with a remarkable woman who heads this group, Darlene Carter.
Yeah, we know how to make things happen for us. The whole rebuilding thing, if you take a look at Hurricane Katrina, a personal story for me. I personally went through Katrina with my daughters, and we didn't understand like the magnitude of what happened around us because there was no media, there was no TV, there was no anything. So we just thought that it, once again, was Moss Point, you know? Things just seemed to keep happening here. But it didn't take very long for our community to come together, and it didn't take long before the people who can make things happen did step up to the plate. Now, we weren't all here when it happened, but the network, once we grow up and leave here, the network still remains, and that's what we pull from. We pull from the network of people that have gone out into the world and become successful in their own rights. And that's the resource that it takes to get any job done in this city. We are the people that can get this job done because we know best about what goes on here. My name is Darlene Carter. I am from Moss Point, Mississippi. I currently reside in Atlanta. I am the president and the CEO of the Moss Point Visionary Circle. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we were founded in 2008 to help with the revitalization of Moss Point, Mississippi and the greater Southeast Mississippi post-Hurricane Katrina. We work primarily with the youth through the school district, the Parks and Recreation Department. We have programs that, we have a mentor network is what we primarily work through that takes care of female social etiquette, male mentoring, character education, academic interventions. We have a professional speakers bureau. We have a division called the Professional Visionaries, which are a group of healthcare providers that do free health screenings to the community. Right off the top of my head, that's quite a bit, right? As far as the Moss Point Visionary Circle goes and our involvement in the oil spill, we are here to educate the youth about the oil spill and its impact on our community, its impact on their families. We want to discuss with them careers perhaps that they could go into that might help environmental protection in the long run. As far as what people can do in the community, I think to seek out information and facts is one thing that I would like to see more people do. There are a lot of rumors about what the oil spill is about, what kind of effect it can have on our community. But one of the reasons that we did a workshop of this nature is so that we could deliver those answers on a level that pretty much anyone could understand. The environmental protection workshop that we hosted today was geared toward children. So we figure if the information is presented in a way that a child could understand, then we've captured delivering the information to the adults as well. They can support our local economy. We still have very beautiful environment. Unfortunately, it has been affected by the oil spill, but BP has assured us and our federal government has assured us that they will make this right. So I think that the best thing that the world can do or our nation can do for us is just to continue to support us. We rely heavily on tourism. We rely heavily on people using our interstates, our waterways, our railroads. So that in itself just would boost the economy if people were not gun shy to come to the coast right now due to the oil. And we did see some of that in the beginning. Actually now the beaches are not as full as they were in the past, and that's a problem for us on the coast. I mean, personally, I frequent the beaches. I'm from here, I frequent the beaches, our children frequent the beaches, but we just haven't been lately. And I haven't seen very much activity on the beach as well. So we would like to encourage people to, check the coast out. We're here. We have a very strong tourism and hospitality industry here. So that would definitely help us in terms of boosting our economy, because the industry that we are accustomed to has been affected. So we have to do other things. Unfortunately, it did cause a problem, but on the same side of the coin, it allowed people that haven't worked in a while to get out and assist in the cleanup, and this generates income for families that otherwise would not have had income. So, not to blame BP for what happened, but I do believe that they are committed to helping the situation. And they've shown us that by employing local people to clean up the beaches and coming in to host workshops that can give us information about what's going on. Gotta love it. You gotta love the kids.
It's real life. It's real life.
Well, there's no question about what happened, how it happened, and who was responsible for those things. The question remains, the question remains what is going to be done about it. And community leaders, people such as myself, nonprofit organizations, grassroots organizations, it's up to us to get out and talk to the community about exactly, what's going on and how it affects them. And then we deliver that information to BP. That was a part of what was going on here today. We needed them to see that we're real people, we have real issues, we have real children that have real questions, and they're committed to answering those questions. And I will hold them accountable for those answers.